guys, Honey with you here, bringing you Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaibe, Episode 2 anime review. Now, this title was called, Trainer Sokogu Omaga. If I'm pronouncing that right, I probably butchered that whole name, so forgive me. But, this was a very great episode. This one had a little bit more action than the other one, but the graphics and animation are just beautiful. And the opening, oh my god, I love the opening and ending song. Hands down. Like, if I'd be surprised if Black Clover and this anime are not in the top 3 openings for the Country Awards this year, but, 2019, but episode was real good. It starts off with Yaibe, or Tanjiro, I should say, and basically, he asks his old man, do you have a basket? And then he's like, yeah, it has some holes in it. He's like, well, can I have the basket and some of those bamboos trees of yours? And he was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And it's funny because Tanjiro didn't want to take it without paying the man, but the man said you could have it for free. So they started arguing, and Tanjiro just took out a little bit of money, like, this is all I have, but here. And he slaps it on his hand, and the guy gets hurt by it. And he just takes all the materials, and he goes off his way. And we see he goes to this little cave that he set up for him and his sister. Because remember, she's not allowed to see the sunlight, supposedly. And we find out why later on, but when he gets there, she actually dug a hole for herself. And she's in that hole. And all you see is like her forehead and her hair. And her eyes. That's all you see. And he was like, oh wow, she looks like a mole. And then he basically took the bamboo and he wrapped it around the basket. And he made it nice and comfy and sturdy. And he told her to get in it, but unfortunately, because she's tall, when she got in it, most of her body was still out. And then he realized to himself, oh wow, you got in taller, sis. And while he's there talking to his sister, we have this really hilarious moment where she jumps in to the barrel, and she tucks herself down, and she's kind of like, I wouldn't say squatting, but like ducked in there, covered, and she looked kind of comfy. I wouldn't say comfy, but excuse me, but she looked more happy when she sat down in there. I guess because it's darker and she can't really feel or see the sunlight better. So, but as nighttime falls, Tanjiro takes his sister Nikio, and they ask the same couple from before about the bamboo and the basket. They're like, where's the Mount Sinai? And they were like, oh, it's through that river. You have to go through it and pass it. So he went, and it's nighttime, so now she gets out the basket and they go walk around. And they end up in this temple. Unfortunately, Tanjiro, he smells blood. And instead of running away from the temple, he actually runs towards the temple. And when he opens up the temple gates, there's a demon-possessed priest in there, and he's eating his fellow priests. And he turns around and he talks to, the brother and sister, and he was like, a demon shouldn't enter another demon's territory. But when he got up and he took a closer look at them, he was like, wait a minute. You're not demons, you're humans, aren't y'all? And they both, when it comes to Tanjiro's sister, Nikio, she's just there. But when it comes to Tanjiro himself, he's kind of like in shock seeing this. Again, it reminds him of his own family tragedy. And the guy attacks him. And before, when he goes to attack him, he lunges at him. And he pulls him back. And before they hit the ground, Tanjiro got his reflexes on. And he took out his hatchet and he sliced the dude from the underpart going up. And the dude just checking himself. He was like, oh my god, that's a pretty good hit. Unfortunately, it will heal soon. And the instant he said that, the wound just closed up. He's like, see? And he started attacking him. But he was doing pretty good, blocking his attacks. And to this one moment where he got pinned down. And it looked like he was going to bite him. But his sister comes out of nowhere, getting upset because she sees all the bodies. And she starts to cry. So I'm assuming she was thinking of the past of what she did. Most likely she still had her memories of what happened to her before. And what she did when she was in her half-demon, half-human state. So she gets upset and she takes out her anger on the demon they're fighting, and she kicks his head off. But unfortunately, that's not good enough. The thing was still alive, and the body started to attack the sister with kicks, where Tanjiro was fighting with the head. And the head actually, from its bottom part, where the neck is supposed to be, grew 2 arms. Kind of looked like a Jiva dude, but like a demonic one. And he started fighting with the kid. But the kid was actually able to, like, wrap the demon's hair up on the hatchet. Because the demon wanted to take the hatchet away, so he wrapped his hair on it to pull. But Tanjiro used that against him, and he actually waited for the hatchet to be covered in hair, and then he threw it at him, and he stuck him to a tree. And he also knocked him out at the same time. So he was able to go save his sister. And after they go save him, after she gets saved by her brother, Tanjiro, Nico and Tanjiro go back to the head and they have to destroy it. Tanjiro takes out a knife, but he really couldn't do it. And this is when the teacher, which we got the name of the title, comes by, and he was like, he noticed that Tanjiro has basically a really empathy for people, and he doesn't like really like to hurt people. And he said that's a weakness in this business. And we said the demon died when the sun came up. He was worried about his sister disappearing like that as well, kind of like the vampire effect. You know how they become ash and just fade away. But luckily, the teacher knocked her unconscious and hit her in the temple. So, and the temple right now is dark and covered up. So, and he basically tells him, "Follow me," and they follow him, and he has to do like this really long run to get to his place. But the thing is, Tanjiro thought this was part of the test, because the teacher said, "I'm going to test you." Unfortunately, this long run that they did to this new place was not the test. This was just his house, but they're gonna drop off their sister at where he takes the test. So, and this master, which we got his name in the title, and I'm not even gonna say it again because I'm gonna butcher it. I'm just gonna keep calling him teacher. But Tanjiro's teacher, the guy, he has a goblin mask on, takes him to the mountains, and he says, "Your job is to get back before dawn. Before the sun rises." And then he just vanishes like a ninja. And Tanjiro was like, "Oh, this is gonna be easy." Unfortunately, it wasn't easy, because that whole mountain is full of deadly traps. So he was able to get away thanks to his sense of smell, but he was badly hurt. And he ended up in the door saying, "Yeah, I passed," but he fainted. And the teacher had a flashback of when the guy with the long black hair from episode 1 sent a bird to him with the letter, saying, "I'm sending this kid to you, and he kind of reminds me of you a little bit. He has a strong sense of smell like you. But he's not going to be alone. He's going to have his sister who's demon-possessed. Can you help him and train him to be your apprentice? Maybe he can find a way to cure his sister along the way." And at first, it looked like the old man doesn't like him. But since he passed the test, I guess he's going to decide to take him out as a student. But that was basically the end of the episode. It was a great episode. I love the teacher's character design. We did get to see him without the mask. We also get the name of the character with the black hair from last episode, the demon hunter. His name is Guyo, or Guyu, if I'm pronouncing that right. So, I have a feeling we're going to see him eventually, on and off. But, again, this was a great episode. Great art and animation. I love the ending and opening. Song is awesome. I can't wait for us to meet those 2 characters that I believe Tanjiro is going to be friends with. One guy has dual swords and he has like this weird bull helmet on. And the other guy is a kid with blonde hair and he has one katana. And he has lightning powers. We see them both in the opening. It looked like they're going to become friends of Tanjiro and his sister. So I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see what this guy is going to teach him. Because he's going to be his apprentice, but we don't know what the apprentice of what. Is it just Demon Slayer, or is it more than that? Like, does this man have something else that he does besides Demon Slayer? You gotta think, this is for Japan. You're gonna need more than Demon Slayer skills or the sword skills to put money on the table so you can buy food and stuff for your family and stuff, even though he's by himself, but still. But, again, great episode. Can't wait for next week. I'm loving this anime more and more. But that's all I have for you guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Give this video a like. Follow me on Twitter. Link will be down below. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.